We going, boys.
We're live.
We live.
No, we not.
We live. 10 million views already. All right. All right. What's up, guys? Welcome to what is essentially the greatest podcast on the block.
Yeah, it's an extension of our YouTube channel. You get that?
It's the same channel.
The podcast.
We're here with all the people you know and love. You got me, Alex. We got Rob.
Hello.
And we have Carson.
Hello.
She's going to be pretty much the female voice of the podcast. She's going to be able to give a woman's insight to certain topics where maybe we don't know the best, advice to give.
Yeah.
All right, I'm very excited about this podcast. Not only is it one of our first, but it's our first with any sort of guest.
Mm-hmm.
So we can go ahead and bring them on. We got Zach Wandry and Tanner Clark.
Yeah. What's up?
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
What's up?
How you doing?
Carson.
Zach. Tanner.
So how you guys doing?
Oh, we're wonderful.
How was the drive?
Cold, snowy.
It was cold. Yeah,
Terrible.
The weather's just been garbage. Like it's been really bipolar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Illinois, though.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Yeah. Constantly.
No, it was like last week we had like a 70-degree day, and now it's like snowing and sleeting outside. So
Yeah.
whatever. I was honestly scared you guys were gonna cancel it. Yeah, it's like it's snowing outside, so
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it now. You know what I mean? My slide or
Right.
something.
I think we're used to the bipolar Illinois weather by now.
And I know you
So,
can't
yeah,
wreck or sprain your wrist or anything because you got bullying.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Right. Yeah.
professional life,
Oh, yeah, shoot.
I did not. You still bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the league.
Yeah, I gotta
Making
big bowling
those-
guy. I gotta get my professional shot, Gotta keep moving.
Yeah.
Keep moving up the
It'll
ladder.
happen. So,
Right.
so before we start, you guys said you love talking, right?
Always.
That's perfect. Then.
Absolutely.
All right, cool, yeah. All right, so, well, we'll start it off with, I know you. I don't know you that well. I think both of you kind of know Carter. I know you guys know each other.
Yeah.
But Rob doesn't know a lot about you guys, and neither does our audience. So I'm thinking, start off, just tell us a little bit about yourselves, like hobbies, interests.
Well, ladies first, Tanner, go ahead.
Alrighty. Well, let's see here. I like electronics a lot. I built my own computer. I've been getting into a lot of stuff computer involved for the last 4 years or so.
Like what?
I started out. I built my own. Well, I had a laptop to begin with actually, and I started making my own YouTube videos and stuff, and then I sort of moved on to decided to build my own computer, and I kind of went into that for a while. Gave up on the YouTube thing for a little bit, and then I built my computer and then started learning about editing. Got deeper into editing. I was using Wondershare for more, just a little free application. I had the paid version of it, but I got into that, and then I eventually moved on to Premiere Pro, and I've just been learning a lot of things about just editing as a whole, just photo editing, video editing, multiple aspects of it.
That's awesome, man. Zach, what about you?
I'll just give a whole bio just to get everyone up to
From the beginning, please.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to beat that.
July 22nd, 1999 at
Yeah.
7:40. So,
That was boring. 5 pounds, 2 ounces. It's
6 pounds 8 ounces, baby Jesus. No, I'm 20 years old. I just go to school. Can major at ISU, Indiana State. For anyone that's not from here, they don't know what ISU is. But I just go to school. I sit at home all day and I mess around at Xbox. Follow me on Instagram. Right off the bat. You gotta hit hard off the beginning.
Right away, man. I'm gonna have to voice over that.
That's fine.
I'm kidding. You're fine.
No, I don't. Nothing too crazy. I'm not into the editing stuff like Tanner. I don't. But I'm into
Gaming.
You're huge
Yeah,
gamer
yeah.
always.
Xbox or PS?
Xbox for
Yeah,
sure.
see, same.
Yeah, Xbox.
Robert's like, I can't.
PlayStation,
I
yeah.
had a PC. I was terrible at it. I didn't play it very long. But yeah.
What kind of games you play?
Modern Warfare. Dude, I got really big into Minecraft again.
Yeah, Minecraft's making a comeback.
Minecraft.
It's
Minecraft,
making a comeback.
dude, it's always
Yeah.
been there. It's always been there.
Well,
But,
PewDiePie's been doing a whole thing on it
Yeah.
now, and
yeah, but he quit YouTube, so it's okay.
I think he has
coming
taken a
back.
break.
Back.
It's only been 3. It hasn't even been a
Yeah.
month yet. Come on.
Yeah, it's only been a month.
Come on.
No.
So Tanner, you said you liked editing.
Yeah, I did
Funny
a
enough, I was hoping you'd bring that up because I pulled up some of your photos.
Oh.
So, yeah. Yeah, so
It's not weird.
Yeah, it's not weird.
I did a really bad job of actually explaining anything about my life.
Yeah, Zach's over here plugging. So
I'm
I'm pretty sure you're fine. At least you didn't plug. Shamelessly.
Instagram
though.
link in bio.
Shamelessly. No, that's fine. Instagram link in. Alright. So I'm just going to pull these up and we'll take a look at these because I liked them and I want the audience to see them as well. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so
I haven't seen that one.
yeah, this one was
Yeah.
just posted today. I was like, earlier today or
Yeah.
yesterday?
Yeah, just today.
Just today, yeah, because I was actually going through Instagram earlier to look for some photos to pull up, and I saw this one was new. But I actually liked it, so I had a couple questions about it.
Uh-huh.
First of all, let me just get out there that it is a really dope photo.
Thanks.
Alright.
Thank you.
It's cool. It's cool, especially when you see what it originally started out as. So one of my questions is like, are these people coming to you and requesting like that you edit, or like are you just finding these on like Facebook and you're like, oh, that would be a cool one to edit? You know what I
Right.
mean? So
So I could a lot of editors and stuff, and like it's not like I'm against it. I may like do it at some point. A lot of editors will like pull videos and stuff like up just online to and then do something to it and post it. But I prefer to do take requests from people and do what they want me to do, because whenever I'm just doing something like. Say I were to pull a video offline and I want to turn it into a blotter media edit and I want to learn how to do that. Well, I'm not really challenging myself to do anything I don't know how to do. If someone requests something and they want some specific done to that, I don't know how to do that per se.
So you gotta
I
teach
learn how
yourself.
to do that, learn how to do multiple other things while doing that, and
So-
it kind of just adds to everything else.
I saw, so this is a football player pretty much stiff arming another player, and
Mhm.
I see that
Correct.
they're from Paris.
Yep.
So
So-
I imagine that you knew who they were.
Correct.
I just didn't know if they had requested it. or
Yeah,
not.
so I started out, I put on Snapchat, I'm like, hey, just to people I know, like Zach and all of them, I'm like, hey, send me any picture you want edited, whatever, video, something, and I'll edit for you for free. Send me what you want done, and I was doing that for a little bit, and that's actually what that's from. And then I moved to, once the whole thing with the editing happened, I moved to Instagram and reverted that Instagram page into, which we'll get into what it was, but I reverted into this edit page, which I just take submissions from anyone that wants an edit done, and currently right now I'm just doing them all for free and just doing anything that anyone wants done for them.
Yeah. And that was my next question, whether you were charging people or not. Did you ever think about maybe in the future charging people?
You know, it'd be something like, it could be sustainable eventually, but right now it's definitely not a sustainable thing, and I would prefer just to do them for free. That way I can have like a plethora of them to choose from, and just all sorts of things to do and learn, because I mean, like, the reality of it is, like, right now I'm just learning, and
So you can kind of build your portfolio.
It's
Right,
kind of
right.
like a win-win, like a nice trade, because like these people are getting cool edited photos, but and like return, like you're learning stuff that you may not have known before.
right.
And yeah, so we could probably, he could do our thumbnails. You know?
Yeah.
Beyond willing.
Because here was the original photo, which is also a nice photo, but I mean, come on, no lightning. So you know, I mean, you know what I mean?
Come on now.
Yeah, it's a second.
So that person specifically like requested lightning or something like that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Who is
And-
that, Tanner?
Yeah,
That's
dude.
Sam.
It's Sam.
Yep.
Sam
And I
Mayer.
thought it was cool. Did you also take the photo, or is this just a photo?
No, I did not
You
take the
didn't
photo.
take the photo. And then I had just one more because I really like this one. So I don't know who this
I
is.
like this one too.
But okay, so I thought it was really cool because one, when I first saw it, I thought you edited the fish on her face.
That's exactly right.
But then I saw that you tag, so I'm guessing it's someone who does like makeup and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
makeup.
And I saw the fish on her face, and I was like, okay, cool. So he just kind of enhanced the reds and stuff like that. And then I saw that you made it look like she was underwater,
Mhm.
right? And I thought that was really cool, just for the fact that, I mean, it goes with what's painted on her
Mhm.
face. So, and like I like the glow in the top too. So, obviously this was someone else you know.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know her in person, but she reached out to me via social media,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're already getting hit up from all over the place.
Right. Yeah. A lot of the edits I'm doing now, and a lot of them aren't quite posted yet. A lot of the ones that have been posted so far are from whenever I was posting about it on Snapchat, and that was really only going to like local audience because like anyone that had like I don't add people that I don't know on Snapchat. Anywhere else I'm fine with it, but Snapchat I don't add people I don't know, and so only people I know would see it then. But now like sort of all the newer ones I'm getting, the ones that are going to be coming out like more frequently now, a lot of them will be people that are just have reached out to me via social media and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's actually really dope. So also I have in my notes here, not to like change subject because it's still kind of on topic, but I don't want it to feel like I'm like just shoving you to the side.
Zach doesn't
You're
matter.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay.
I mean, his is like an editing thing.
No,
Yours
it's-
was like I play Xbox. Like cool.
His
No,
so much
no,
more important than mine.
No,
Yeah,
no, I still care about what you do and stuff.
Yeah.
Just
Oh yeah.
editing, you know, like that's something I like to do. And
Alex
I wanted to-
relates.
It pertains
I
a lot more to
relate.
what you're doing
Yeah,
than what.
yeah, right. So also in my notes, just social media is pretty much going to be what this podcast is all about. So before we get into like juicy details or juicy topics, both of you, I assume, 100% you, because you're just talking about Instagram, use social media. And you plugged your Instagram. So
I didn't plug it. I do have an Instagram. I don't post a lot, but I do have an Instagram.
Okay, cool. So why don't you click something that you post on frequently? You just want the clout, right?
Yeah, I just need the numbers, man. It makes me feel bad about myself. No, I don't really post anything like quite frequently. I do post TikToks every once in a while. I do try to make some funny TikToks every once in a while.
I've seen a couple, I think.
They get interesting. I do try to lean a little bit more on the dark side, to be
Yeah.
fair. But
Yeah.
those are the funnier ones to me. That's my sense of humor. So that's what I like to make. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I do make a few TikToks.
Oh,
I do try to post on Instagram every once in a while when I get good pictures, but I don't take a lot of pictures now. But now that I have a new phone, I might be able to.
So you're talking about TikTok, which is funny because I also pulled out a website.
That is a terrible freeze frame of myself.
So let's just go ahead and play this because it'll be funny. Let me just turn that on.
have you seen
This
another?
is
Yeah, I've seen it. I don't
Can
want
I-
to blast the
Can I
camera.
preface this a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So this guy that I react. I see these react videos all the time,
Yeah.
and he does them a lot on his channel. This guy, he's hilarious, and I love like the way he makes his videos. So I said, you know what? I want to make a video like this guy because they're funny, right? So
And who better to make a video like that guy than with
that guy, exactly.
Yeah.
Cracking me up.
Alright, so let's just jump into it.
Oh, my friend. Take a seat. Go ahead. Take a
What's
seat.
up, man?
How are you?
I'm great.
Good, good. What's your name?
I'm Zach.
Well, that's fucking weird, but that's not
You
my
fuck
bitch.
you, whatever.
Let me ask you a question, okay?
What?
Did you do the homework?
Of course I did. I'm not an idiot.
I'll give you $2 for the homework.
$2? Fuck no.
No.
Yeah,
You're
no.
not giving me the homework. I don't want to fail.
I don't fucking care. Don't.
You're not giving me the homework. I don't want to
Just do the fucking homework.
Come on.
Just do it.
No, the fuck
You,
you, man.
fuck you. No. You fucking
Well,
do
let me
it.
ask you something.
What?
Topic.
What?
What's the topic?
What?
Are you hungry by any chance?
Fucking starving. What do you want?
Maybe it's time for a fucking nut.
Fucking do it, pussy. I dare you. Fucking do it. So,
I'm just playing around. I'm just playing around. It's not that big of a deal.
pussy.
You fucking nut.
So it's classic call.
I didn't realize how much I actually swear until I rewatched that now. That is bad how much I swore in that video.
And it's like the same two words over and over.
Yeah.
Either the F word or you just call him, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
He said he did it first, so I had to throw it back at him.
That was pretty spot on.
You see,
though.
that's
Yeah,
a
but it
big
was
sign of a lack of
funny.
intelligence according to science.
Yeah, it was funny, and it went well. Like
Yeah.
I would have actually thought he was talking to you because even see you like just do the homework and he's like, no, you know what I mean. So like I thought it was funny. I liked it. So other than TikTok and Instagram, any other social medias aside from Snapchat?
Because I don't use Twitter, so all my Twitter stuff I get is from Instagram. So
Rob's a big Twitter guy.
yeah, I'm a very.
Are you really?
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't post on it really, but
He doesn't
I just
post.
enjoy
No,
it.
they're like he'll like, do you see that thing on Twitter? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Twitter's not my stomping ground. So
Yeah.
And you said you did YouTube.
I did a little bit.
A little bit. You pondered with it. Any other social media platforms that you enjoy to use?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube a lot. I'm on YouTube and Insta, like I've said. Reddit's my main platform. But
Reddit.
yeah.
That's like a new one for me. I don't think I've ever downloaded Reddit.
you
I
can get
haven't
lost
ever
in
downloaded.
Reddit.
Reddit,
I've looked at
yeah.
Reddit probably 3 times in my life, and I was on there for about 6 hours a piece. Like it is.
I don't think I've ever really been on Reddit either.
Yeah. What is Reddit exactly? Like, can you?
Oh, it just has also. I mean, it's similar to other social medias, but it has like rather than like you're following a page, you're following different pages, different people's accounts, right? You're following topics, so you're following groups.
Like
so
category?
like yeah, so there's like r/editors, r/Premiere Pro,
Oh,
r/.
that's cool. So it sounds kind of like Pinterest or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a little bit, because I did download that once because I was looking for some like room ideas.
Yeah.
Like, and then it was like, rooms and I don't know, how-tos,
Right.
DIYs, you know what I mean? So stuff like that.
It's really popular within YouTube guys. Even them, like they have like their Discords and they have their Reddit people.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a community thing. It's like it's a lot like Discord too. Like it's just a community.
Yeah, Reddit has a nice, cool little culture to it, almost like only specific.
I saw when these guys made a YouTube video where they got a Justin Bieber lookalike, and they made him eat a burrito sideways,
Mhm.
and they posted that to Reddit and like blew up, and they fooled like the whole news station in the world. Did you guys see that one?
Yeah,
You s- you
yeah.
saw
I think
that
I
one?
saw
I've never
something
seen
on
that.
BuzzFeed with that.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I've watched KSI and stuff. I don't know if you guys know who that
Yeah.
is. Yeah, he's talked about different things on Reddit and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
he does
too.
a bunch of Reddit videos.
PewDiePie has his own giant just meme review subreddit, and
A meme review?
one of
That
one of
sounds
Nice.
him.
one of his
Yeah.
videos a week would be based on that solely that subreddit itself.
I think it's more like 3 videos a week now. Because that's like his main. That's like his
Isn't it
main.
like
more like
zero
zero
videos?
videos.
Oh, yeah, he quit. I forgot.
Yeah. Shoot, so we're all into social media. It's 2020, and we're young millennials. So, but anybody specifically on any social media platform that you guys are inspired by or look up to? Maybe they are a good editor, or maybe they're good on Xbox. I don't know. I don't know what you want. Like,
But like people I look up to, not that it like influences my life at all, but I'm rocking the David Dobrik merch right now. I love David Dobrik.
I don't know. I just love his
I didn't
videos.
even notice that.
Yeah.
I actually.
So, shameless plug on the David Dobrik merch.
Yeah, shame, but we're now sponsored by Dave. No, I'm just kidding.
Fanjoy.co guys.
Shoot. What's the one where he gets donated the money to buy his friend's cars? What is that?
Oh,
SeatGeek?
SeatGeek, yeah.
Yeah, we're sponsored by SeatGeek, so
It's not sure to take on this video. So.
yeah, it's not true. I'm just kidding. We're not endorsed by anybody except
Yeah.
me. Not even Nestle, so ignore the water bottles.
Rip the labels off before we get demonetized.
Yeah, I probably should have. We should have just had
You can
glass
blur 'em.
cups. Yeah, because I'm gonna blur it. That's okay. We're not that big yet. It's
No, we're besides that, like gaming wise, like I Am Wildcat and that crew of guys, I like those guys. I love watching their videos.
Yeah.
So you know them?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're huge right now.
They're
really
gaming
popular.
people?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They, if you ever heard of like Van Oss and those guys, that
Oh,
crew,
yeah.
it's like his crew of guys.
H2O Delirious.
Yeah.
And some, yeah.
And those guys, I watch them all. I've been watching them for 10 years now, so.
Yeah.
So it's just I watch them a lot now still because they do a lot of Call of Duty stuff, and I play Call of Duty all the time. So.
Nice. And inspirations for you?
I don't really have a lot of big influencer inspirations. I don't know, sort of toward my YouTube drive sort of thing is PewDiePie. Kind of I've watched a lot of PewDiePie throughout the years, and I wouldn't say that I'm influenced by how he is, how his character or anything, but with his persistent to YouTube and how dedicated he is.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
for
know.
sure.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
work ethic.
Yeah,
Work
sure.
ethic.
How long has he been doing YouTube?
He's been posting daily since 2011.
Yeah, and
So it's
Daily?
9 years straight.
Well, he takes
Besides
breaks.
the 2 week
Right.
breaks that he's taking every once in a while, and then now he's taking a month. He's taking like a 2 month break.
He even
Wow.
filmed his marriage. That was
I mean, who? If you're that big, who's not filming their marriage? That's instant clout. It's
Yeah.
you're getting free views.
I don't
at
think
that
he
point.
proposed. At least he didn't, right?
No, he didn't.
Okay,
he
yeah.
didn't.
So at least he
No.
did it, because that's like proposing. You don't need to I mean,
Some people still do.
Yeah, I know some people do, but
Brody Smith did it.
yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know. I just feel like
He's-
it's
I
more
think-
sentimental just to take him aside in your own time.
I think PewDiePie's a really good example of having this huge platform, but keeping your private life to yourself.
Yeah, I think he's big because
He's the biggest.
As long as he's done it, other than T series, no, okay.
Um.
As long as he's done it though, no real controversies. Really, I mean, he's been some.
I mean,
but usually, but that's it's not with other people though. It's
No, he's never been
it's
like-
things he did to himself, saying certain things.
Don't go to the
You know what I
bridge
mean?
and, you know.
He's
Yeah.
not. He never lost his head over fame. I've heard a lot of interviews and stuff with good friends of his, Jacksepticeye and all of them. They just said he's just a normal person, never acts like he's better than
Seems like
anyone
he
out
doesn't.
there.
I mean, I'm sure he has some nice things.
He doesn't
like
live
a nice
big, he
place to
doesn't-
live. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't live big. It's not like he has like 8 Lamborghinis out in his 12-car garage.
Yeah,
you know?
I think he finally just now bought a Porsche
Solid.
911. I think he just now finally bought a Porsche 911, and he's had over 1 million subscribers for 10 years almost now. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I
Because
mean,
now he's
and
at
he, but
100
he's just
million.
now. Yeah, so he's just now like he still doesn't like live that lavish type of lifestyle.
He's like 1/10 of the way to
like $1 billion.
a billion, man. So like
It's the next milestone.
that's good. I mean,
Top that on YouTube.
I'll probably beat him there, but I'm just saying he's close.
Hey,
We'll beat him there.
Yeah,
You know.
I have faith in you guys to beat him to $1 billion.
Oh, hey, that hurt my feelings a little bit.
No, it didn't.
You're right. I'm not expecting to ever get as high as PewDiePie. I don't know. If anybody thinks that, then they're crazy. But yeah, shoot. No, just I can't even imagine. Sorry, I just like got in my feels. Sorry, just like I was imagining having like
Alexa.
an actual fan base. Yeah, right. I see all our subs are dead, man. Because they're from they just hit the button, cause you know what I mean.
It's like I want that iPhone. Let me.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you get.
almost 1,000 subscribers and like 40 views per video. We're
Yeah,
killing
man.
the game.
Yeah, it's rough.
Gotta get that Google Preferred program. You got once you get there, then you're.
Isn't that like or not Google Preferred? There's another thing where if you have like it's either 3,000 or 30,000, something like that, but you can have like the paid memberships to your channel where only like members.
The sponsorship
can,
stuff.
Yeah, like only members can see your videos.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think Jake Paul tried to do that or something like that. But.
Yeah, a lot of creators do that now just because it's extra money, it's an extra salary.
Right. So, social media was the main topic, but we're going to dive in a little deeper and talk about one specific platform, TikTok.
It's the big one right now.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's like aside from YouTube, it's like the biggest because like Vine's dead. Rest in peace, Vine. No. But, so TikTok is the biggest one right now. Thoughts on the app? Go.
Honestly, I hated TikTok for like the first like 2 years. It was like the first year or so it was up.
As it was TikTok or like when it was Musical.ly?
But even it was TikTok. When it was TikTok, it blew up. I was like, this is stupid. It's just a bunch of
Yeah.
underage kids dancing in front of a camera. And then my friends started showing me these videos of these kids actually making funny videos, like the Vines,
Yeah,
you know,
like the Vine, like
yeah, everyone started making these
feel,
Vines, you know,
yeah.
like and I think it's even better than Vine almost because if they're longer videos, you can make there's more content, it's funnier stuff, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So now it's like. I download it. I'm like, okay, this is fun to watch. And now I spend 2 to 3 hours on TikTok when I wake up in the morning.
Oh yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like it's a
And
a
another
quick hit.
6 right before you go to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
So it's like I spend 8 hours a day in TikTok in my bed watching TikTok.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a little sad.
I'm sorry.
well, I mean, come on, quality content. Well, some quality content.
You have to skim through a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Once you skim through the underage girls, I think
Yeah.
it's probably alright.
Yeah, and then you get to like one of the of age like guys or gals that like actually rehearse skits and like took the time to like edit something to put out there instead of like you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
that's how all of them dance. I've seen like Charlie does the same dance moves in every video.
She makes the same video 6 times, 7 times in a row
Yeah.
to
That's
get
true.
1 million views a video, and then
Yeah.
there's a new sound now. I'll make that one.
Yeah.
Not to hate on her, she has plenty of followers. She doesn't need my
Plenty
opinion.
of
Right,
she doesn't
right.
need my opinion, but
Are you sure, man? I don't think she has enough. No, I'm just kidding.
I think 17 million followers at 15 years old is gonna do her okay for a little
17
bit.
million.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's at like 4. Isn't she like higher than like?
Is she more than that? I don't know. Last time I saw her,
I
was like
don't know.
15, so I don't know.
Yeah, I thought she was at like
Hell, it could be. Who
20
knows?
something. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up because.
I'll give her that, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I thought it was way higher. Actually, if you go to her live sub count, I'm pretty sure it's just like through the roof. I think it's this one right here. Let's find out. Thanks for letting me use your hotspot, by the way.
You're welcome.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. For real. Okay, so let's just look because I want to. Type in user. What's her username?
It's just Charlie D'Amelio.
I don't know how to spell the last one, so I'm just
I think
putting
it's
Charlie,
D-
and I'm sure she'll pop up.
I think it's.
That's
No.
not her.
No,
either.
it definitely ain't. Definitely. I think it's like DAM.
Charlie.
DAM.
It's not IE, right? It's just I.
Yeah, it's I.
Okay.
DAM.
The-
ELIO, I think.
Oh,
That's
D'Amelio?
I think it's just one L.
Oh. Shoot.
Yeah,
That's okay.
No, that's fair.
No, that's a fake one.
That's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carson, are you on this?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Charlie D'Amelio. Alright, that's fine. Doesn't she have like a...
Yep.
looks
That's
probably
right?
Yep.
That looks better.
Okay, let's look. And I'm beating her. No,
There it goes.
Okay.
Oh, 25.
Are you now?
Yeah. Oh,
That's decent. Okay.
wait, let's see. Oh, there it goes.
Wow.
Yeah,
wait.
she's. Yeah.
You want to see something even crazier? Let's just check her hearts. Let's watch that real quick. I'm pretty sure it's like over 1,000 every second.
It's impressive.
I'm beating her. No, just kidding. Oh,
She's at a billion already.
Yeah, she's at-
Hey, I mean, I don't know if you
There
guys
it
know
goes.
who Lauren Gray is, but she's like 17 or 18, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's like twice as big as she is now. And no one even says a word about her, but she has like 40 million followers and like she's like 4.4 billion likes.
Oh wow.
Dude, I don't know. I think it's probably because she's closer to being of age, so people might enjoy
Yeah,
her a little more.
They feel less guilt.
Yeah. It's like, oh, she's 17. She's living in some states. It's
I'm
like,
gonna just get out of that
Oh,
though, because
no.
it's making me feel bad about my TikTok.
hey, you're almost at 100K, man. You're almost there.
Oh yeah, shameless plug. Follow me on TikTok. Yeah.
Hey, if they're watching this podcast, they're on this podcast, they probably know your TikTok by now.
It's
Yeah,
true.
probably because they're from there.
Because they're all
Yeah. Taylor, thoughts on TikTok?
It's
It's garbage.
I don't know, it's just another version of Vine, I think, honestly.
Yeah.
Better or worse than mine?
I mean, I wouldn't say worse, but like it's definitely less nostalgic than Vine for sure.
I
But
like Vine better.
that's about as biased as it gets.
I felt like because Vine didn't really have sounds, really. So
It wasn't like a-
yeah. So like it really pushed you to be
You had to
be,
come up with your
be
own
creative instead of just like some of these more they just sit and stare at the camera.
Mhm.
You know, I've done one of those, but you know.
Hey, if they work, why not? Don't fix it.
Yeah, I
it's not
guess.
up.
I mean, I guess that's like what it comes down to. Like, if it works, it works. So
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Speaking of TikTok, we're getting into the juicy stuff now. And you edited. You actually worked for one of the bigger TikTok stars right now,
Yeah,
Right.
Griffin Johnson. Yeah.
Griffin Johnson.
Ooh.
Yeah. We're getting into the juicy stuff now. So, you actually, so they might not know this, but Griffin is actually from
Paris.
the same town that all you guys are from.
Oh,
and
Griff.
Oh,
it- you graduated,
yes.
We both did, yeah.
same class.
He was probably in just about every single class I had.
Yeah.
And I've known Griffin since I've known Griffin as long as I've known her. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it's been.
Not that anybody watching is gonna believe that you guys went to school. Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, right. This is for clout. I
No,
know.
it's-
I don't know
No.
if any of you guys have any proof of.
I guarantee.
We could pull some up.
I
for sure.
can look through a few photo books in my house. And I can pull a few pictures of me when we were like this big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some of you, so we'll pop that up right there. So here's you and Griffin. I'm not gonna read it, but first of all, 802 likes. You're popping off. You're no, okay, hold on. Do you think it got that many likes because of Griffin?
I peaked.
Do you think it got that many likes because of Griffin?
Okay.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Well, I didn't know that. I
No
didn't
way.
know it.
No way. Those
Are
are
you
all
sure?
tanners.
Well, I don't know.
Do you see that man on the
Oh,
right? He is the most
110%.
handsome man I've ever seen in my life. That ramen noodle haircut, I love it.
that ramen noodle.
Aw.
Oh man, it's pretty. You
I
come
still
on my
love
podcast, you start plugging, you start dissing everybody else.
Hey, it's all out of love, you know.
Here's
It's
another
a lot
one.
of love.
There's another one. So just another one. Okay, so imagine this is after TikTok because he got that earring in. So yeah, because sorry, the people that do that, I just cringe. Okay. So you got the earring. Yeah. I don't. Hey, I
But
don't-
you want some, right?
a cross earring, please. No.
Hey, it's a plus 10,000 followers.
And then I also got
Right.
this video, just because I wanted to kind of embarrass Griffin a little bit. I can't find. There's this
He
thing,
can take it. He can take
And
it.
so you were actually in charge of his YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, but see that was on his computer, but I was also like on it on mine after that. But yeah, I was signed into his on my computer, and I basically did everything from editing all of it. I'd sometimes film, but like a lot, like obviously he moved to LA, so I didn't film anymore. But
So is he
before
like
that-
out there full time? Like is he still going
Wait,
to
you
ISU?
moved to LA?
He
he's-
moved to
yeah.
Bel Air.
Is
Oh
he?
my
is,
goodness.
Is he?
LA.
Yeah. Is he? Yeah, because he got. I saw a video. He's like in the house with like TikTok. It's like the Team 10 house for TikTok.
It's- okay,
They
so
call it the
it's-
Sway House.
Yeah,
Sway LA.
the Sway LA house.
Oh yeah.
So he's not the hype house guy. He's not that cool quite yet, but he's on his way.
But he's hung out with those people. I've seen videos
Well,
of him. And
well,
it's not quite like that. It's like Hype House is just another house of the same group that exists. they're pretty equivalent. Like Hype House is a little bigger. But they've been around for like
Yeah,
a
like
month and a half.
comparison from the 10 guys or whatever that live in Griffin's house to the 10 people that live in the Hype House, the follower count is astronomically different. Like it's so much more.
That's because the Hype House has about like 20-some people living in it.
Is it right?
First of all, I can't imagine living with 20 people.
I can't imagine living with
Well, maybe it's a big enough house.
20 teenagers doing the same exact thing as I am.
Yeah,
I'd be sad.
No, 20 may not.
not.
20 may not be right, but it's right around 20.
Yeah.
But like you got
it's
Charlie in that
insane
house. You
amount.
have that Addison girl in that house.
The
You have
Addison,
Huddy in that
yeah.
house.
You might be able to pull up a picture just of the
Of, like, who lives there?
Hype House. They've got a big picture, just all of them together. You just look up Hype House group picture,
Alright.
like all of them on the stairs or something.
I love seeing the videos on TikTok of people catching them in public and then like just doing random TikTok dances as they're walking around.
Yeah, and then the comments blow up with like, "That's odd. Why are you filming them?"
It's like not calling them weird for just doing TikTok dances as they're walking down
Right.
like Melrose. No, they're like, why are you attacking my favorite TikTok star ever?
Alright, so
It's just
Yeah.
oh shoot, that was the worst thing I've ever seen. There we go.
1, 2, 3,
So that's so
6, 7, 8, 9,
yeah. How many is there?
10. 15?
14.
14?
14.
Can't count.
and I think there's 3 couples out of them. Is that right? There's 3 people dating in that house.
Well, them two.
Three different people in that house.
It's
and then
probably-
Addison
okay,
and
so-
her boyfriend are right there at the bottom, right?
I think it's them two,
Yeah.
but also them two. Right? And maybe them two. I don't know, but it's real fuzzy to me. It's like
You never know. Honestly.
yeah, you never know. Like, cause like speaking of
no
which,
shame.
I saw a TikTok of Griffin's because I was looking through some of his for
Content.
Research purposes.
Yeah, research. Yeah, let's
Research
say.
purposes.
Research, and I
Very nice.
found what one was it? It was, I believe it was. Yeah, it was this one. So I actually just took a screenshot of the main thing,
It's a
and
good shot.
yeah, and it says all the boys getting exposed, and he's sitting here like that, and then he goes and then he proceeds to do the video, which is one of like the videos where it's like, oh, that I can't believe you're getting like views on that. It's like one of those. It's like, oh, what great content that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's always.
Oh, there we go. Let's just play it.
It's just so weird to watch. You know?
And that's the whole video.
I can't imagine.
And guess how many likes that has?
Yeah, 95,000.
Yeah, more than I've ever gotten in any video. No, I'm just kidding. No,
I
but
can't.
well,
I can't
actually,
imagine
yes.
making that video and expecting that kind of result.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That,
Like,
I
as
mean,
much
if
as,
I
like-
made that, I'd be like, nah, mm-mm. But then I'm like, this is great content, and it's like 4.
See now, if you were making the same videos with the same content, if I was, I guarantee you, I'd be like, yeah, what's wrong with my content? But now that I'm not, I'm looking up to it. It's like, that I don't know. It's kind of
Yeah.
Well, I just thought it was kind of funny because I was like, he's like, oh yeah, my buddy's getting exposed, but like in this podcast we're kind of exposing him.
I don't know if we're not quite.
Not it's not
Not
exposing.
exposing.
Well, I mean, it's not like his secret lover,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's me. But no, no, but like, I mean, we're gonna talk about the situation that occurred, and we're just gonna touch up on that a little bit. But I wanted to have a little bit more fun, so I pulled up.
Quit.
Yeah, I pulled up a couple more.
We need more
videos.
Griffin Johnson in our life. Let's
Yeah,
go. Come
yeah,
on.
let's go. Let's play it. So this is another one that started to pop off. Let's watch it.
I've been in the hills, fucking superstars, feeling like a pop star. Drinking in the bad bitches, jumping in the pool, and I ain't got no bra.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen
I-
anything better than that.
Yeah, I know those.
That
dance
might be the
moves-
top tier of TikTok.
Yeah, those dance moves better than Charlie's.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, and I mean, like, nothing against the guy. I get my hair cut by the same person he gets his haircut from. At least I used to. I mean, probably.
Definitely not
anymore.
Definitely
Yeah,
used to, yes.
definitely not anymore. Now it's like $80 haircuts for like 5 minutes. There's this one.
For them to phrase it.
Oh, okay, so.
Oh.
Oh, that's
That's not okay for his fan base. That should
Well,
not
see,
be-
that's what I'm saying though. This one is actually friends only. You can see it right there.
Okay.
So
Oh.
yeah, I can only see this one. So you guys are getting like explicit content. Like,
Maybe
yeah, so they'll just like finish it. So
Friends only. So
so
how does
I-
that work?
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
Does that mean he follows you also?
Yeah, we follow each other.
Oh, so now you're in.
It's proof. It's proof.
It's proof that he loves me.
Yeah, shoot. Now I meant to screenshot. I actually have messages between him and me. It was because we both started around the same time, and there was actually one point where I had like 30,000 and he was at like 90,000. He wasn't even at like 100.
So you guys are kind of neck and neck already.
Yeah, but then he went whoop, and then like, that's how that worked out. But I had some messages when we were both kind of smaller. He's like, yeah, we should make a video sometime. It'd be cool. And then he got big, and now like. I get ignored. You know what I mean? So
what?
Like,
so now, when you look back in hindsight, how do you feel about missing that opportunity?
Yeah, I know. Like I look back and I'm like, I should have pushed for it a little harder. I should have
hey, we need to make that video.
Like, hey, like I'm coming to ISU right now. Meet me by the fountain, and we got this.
So
going.
is he not in school
Yeah,
anymore?
yeah.
Okay, so
Or is he
I
still-
can. Yeah,
So did he just keep his nurse boy clothes for views, or?
Okay.
No.
No. So
Just
he
kidding.
got.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
Oh, go ahead. You know me.
all right. Well, so he was in nursing school, and then he I don't know. I guess dropped that to pursue online. I think he's doing a business degree online, if I'm not mistaken. Business degree of sort. It was. I don't know,
Which
it's-
that would
It's
make
like,
sense.
I mean, there's nothing
But to
like
go
wrong
from-
with that because like I know like a degree
it
in
was
like
only-
nursing, but like what pays better?
See, the choice was
He's making more money now than he would be his first year of nursing. I can.
that choice
I
was
make
only
more money now
made-
than he would if he was a doctor.
I don't know about
Maybe.
that far yet.
I don't know what he's at. I don't know. He got merch and stuff too, right?
Yeah,
Is he
I
still
don't know
there?
how much money he makes on his merch anymore, but
that is like the reason that he like quit is due to like the opportunity to move out to Bel Air. He wouldn't have quit it originally, and he was like, I don't know, he's very very smart kid. Like he
Yeah.
like
That's what Carson was
Nursing is
saying,
very
like in
hard
school and
stuff.
stuff. Like he was like,
Yeah.
like
he had
really,
straight
like,
straight
book
A's in
smart
the
and stuff.
nursing program.
yeah,
Yeah.
the kid knows what he's doing. He's a really smart kid.
I think he.
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
not, he might not always be there,
And-
common sense wise.
Yeah.
but that's just like because he's a teenager, of course.
Right.
And Rob and I were talking about that because there's some TikTokers that like and it's like they're just dumb, but like Griffin knows when he posts videos that it is the stupidest content. Like he knows that video
It's
is
hard to
garbage,
be that
but
smart and be that oblivious. Like,
yeah,
he has to
yeah,
know.
like
This
he
might
knows
not-
But-
he knows what he's posting is trash, but he also knows what he's posting is what gets the views.
Exactly, so it
which is
doesn't
why
matter.
he posts it.
Yeah.
But that makes sense. Like if I found and something that just was absolutely stupid but got views, I'd keep making it because
'Cause, like-
I've seen a lot of people milk this same video over and over. I did that with her Debbie Gallagher videos.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's an easy 20,000 views though for you almost.
yeah, and I milked it, and it was great for when it like as long as it went. Now
Yeah,
it's like,
if you can get paid lots and lots of money to sit there and like sometimes literally do
And
nothing,
do this.
why would you not?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But when you look like that, I mean, you can get away with a lot. Like, it's
That's true.
To be fair, he's a very attractive man. Like you can't, like you're gonna get away with a lot of things just by being good.
He's not
looking.
no Zac Efron, but like
He's getting close.
He's
That jawline
getting-
is impressive.
Yeah, he's like almost there. Like I saw him hanging out in a TikTok with Terry Crews the other day. I was surprised he didn't start peck popping or anything like that.
I'm surprised he didn't have a shirt off with Harry Crews.
So,
to be
yeah,
honest,
like I
honest.
said, he started like ignoring me and stuff like that. This is your post. You posted recently.
Yeah.
Also, you got 327 likes, and I guess
Shout out to
it's-
my boy Mason there.
Yeah, I guess it's not in the screenshot, but you also had like 90 something comments or something like that.
Yeah, TikTok room decided to escalate the situation.
Well, I read through some of them, and I mean, most of them were supportive.
Oh no, yeah,
They were like all
I
supportive.
only
I saw
had-
one that was like, "Oh, Griffin, like facepalm," like, you know what I mean? But,
yeah. I only had one negative comment on there, but the rest was positive.
Who was it? Who was? Do you remember who it was?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like one of the talk
Just a
talkers that
random.
came from
So
TikTok.
the camera's not picking up what this says, but I'll read a little bit of it. So you pretty much said things like, "It was your job." I'm assuming he was paying you.
Right.
Okay, it was your job. You had quit your other job to pursue this and work for him, and you lost some friends over it and stuff like that. And then you said he would have been completely civil if he just like said something to you, but you also said he like cut all ties and just kind of like quit messaging you. Have you talked to him since this post?
No, so I could just explain the whole thing rather.
Let him talk.
Let's hear the story because you said you're not going to go into too much detail, but I think everybody wants the details. So you heard it here first.
Yeah. All right, so to start off with, like the whole reason that it was like such a like big deal to me that like he just cut me off out of nowhere. Felt like that I you know, because like he's big, and you know, looking in from an outside view, I'm in no position to feel offended that like he moved on to something else, like because like he's obviously like much bigger. I'm not even that qualified. Like maybe what I was doing was sufficient. He thought, but like reality of it is like I'm not as qualified as some people. You know, I'm only a senior in high school, and so like the reason that like it got to me so much, it affected me, is because like I have known him for I can't even put a number on it, but I was
days.
Yes.
like I was good friends. See, I'm in the same grade as his little brother, right, Graham, and I was really good friends with him growing up, and that was like this is like first, second grade type stuff, and I would go over there and hang out with Graham all the time, and I would let's see, I don't know, I'd just be hanging out with Graham, whatever, and then I'd end up hanging out with Griffin a lot of the times and stuff. And actually, at one point, his mom would make like, okay, I probably shouldn't say her name, but his mom would make Griffin go to their grandma's house over the weekend and stuff whenever I'd come over, so I'd quit hanging out with him and start hanging out with Graham, which in hindsight was like not nice of me, but it's not like I didn't hang out with Graham. I just hang out with both of them. Graham just didn't like me hanging out with his older brother as well, which I get, because like I'd have friends over and like I didn't want him hanging out with my older brother.
Right.
No, but like we just go way back, and like I was like really good friends with him then, and I genuinely looked up to him then. Like we had all sorts of like jokes and stuff, and I thought that like he was older than me. I looked up to him. He played a lot of games, way better than me at everything. Taught me how to play zombies stuff.
Just the older brother mentality.
Yeah, like taught me GTA cheat codes and all that stuff.
So like the stuff that matters.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd known
Real life lessons with Griffin.
And our families were kind of like in the same circle, like Labor Day parties and stuff. He'd be at the like same family events and stuff that I was always at, and I don't know, I just always known him growing up, and so the connection started there, and then so I started editing for him, and that was going pretty well, and we were just doing our thing, getting uploads, and we were in the talks of like contract and stuff, getting a contract set up for payment and whatever, getting an NDA set up, whatever, and then out of the blue, nowhere, he just like cut all contact with me, nothing.
So like, did you notice like you got blocked, or was it like you messaged him and no reply? And
we
then
were
you're like, hey, what's going on? No
we were
reply.
mid conversation about an upcoming Extreme Twister video, and we were talking about all the details of it, and he was talking about I was gonna have Dixie there, and then I'd send him a message about it, and he just didn't open it for a few hours, which like it takes a little bit for him to reply sometimes. He's got a lot going on.
Right.
But he would generally reply to my stuff like after like an hour, like 1 or 2 messages, and he just didn't open it. I sent him a message like next day, didn't open it, and I kind of sent him a little more, and he just wasn't opening anything. And then he unadded me on Snapchat and then pulled all the videos from Dropbox. And I'm like, wait, what?
Oh,
you know?
He pulled the unad. See, and you didn't like even do anything. It's just like,
Yeah.
It sounds like he couldn't face he couldn't like, say it to your face.
Yeah,
pretty much that like he like, because like you said, like you would have been total civil if he was like, hey, I got like a new editor that,
Right.
maybe like a little more qualified, has a degree in editing or knows the software or whatever, but he just like unadded you, no reason,
And
nothing given.
Right, and it's literally like, it's out of nowhere is the best way I can put it, and there's so much to it. Like nothing had ever went wrong. Everything was going like super well. All of his videos were like performing. He'd always talk about like he's like, I'm so glad that like all these videos are popping off like they are, and I'm like, I am too, and whatever.
Of course.
And like everything was doing really well. It's not like anything was being underwhelming. I was always going like out of my payroll, like beyond my payroll for stuff. Not that he would like force me to be like, hey, do this and just not pay for it. But like I was always like willing to like go out of my payroll. Like the intro that I had made for him that was going to be going on every video. I spent 16 hours making that, just like for no pay.
That was good, by the way.
Pretty-
I liked
yeah.
it.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
I can't imagine that taking any less than like.
I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
I also, I guess I didn't realize how, because, I mean,
It's on my Instagram actually.
It's on your
It's
Instagram.
one of
It's on-
the,
it's on your regular Instagram or
that's
on
the
your
only
edits?
that's the only clip that's on my
I
edit
was
still.
just thinking, I don't think I've seen that. So.
It's on your regular Instagram though, isn't it? It's on your edit. Instagram.
It's on my edit. Yeah.
It is on your edit.
So the one with the same post, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
So I'm gonna have to sign it. You guys keep talking.
Yeah.
I don't obviously I don't know either one of you very well, but I knew you were friends, so I didn't realize how official this whole agreement was. I didn't realize I guess I should have figured, but there's like a contract and non-disclosure act.
Going to be a contract, I guess.
We're literally in the midst, like on the verge of that, like or what we'd been talking about, but we decided that we wanted to like actually like be firm on like exactly what we wanted before so we were doing like a month or two like trial first, and he was on contract to be doing 8 uploads a month, and we're just gonna do that for the first 2, see where we're at, and then get it figured out.
Yes.
Was on contract with his management or in contract with you to do a?
No, not on contract with me. On
So,
contract with
with
it was something with that house that they were.
okay.
Because I'm sure it was all those guys are under his management company.
They're basically paying to live in that house via their content.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
did he come to you because you were already editing at the time?
So I had been editing for a little while, and then whenever like I was following him on stuff, kind of watching him. Like I said, I've known him forever, and I was like happy to see like what he was doing, and he was starting to grow a little on TikTok, and I noticed he made a YouTube video, and I looked at it, and I mean, just to be honest, I looked at him like this is shit, right? And I'm like, and nothing against him. It's not like he doesn't know how to edit, and I get it. And he did his best on it. He cut it down pretty well, but like took him forever. And I mean, it just wasn't the 3-minute video. Just cut down. It's private now. You know, you can't even see it now, but it's not very great.
Which one is it?
It's left. Yep.
That. It's not gonna be too big.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
So so what you're saying is you could replace all those pictures with pictures of me, and I can use that as mine. Because in all seriousness, that was actually fire.
I thought it was
pretty professional, really well done.
Yeah, my art or our intros is just our like profile picture. It zooms in real quick. That's it. Yeah, I added one sound effect. It goes like, and that's it.
Hey, keep it simple, you know.
But no, that was actually honestly really cool.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
That was cool.
I don't even
So
remember what I was talking about now.
It seems just really crappy of him, I guess.
Yeah,
Which-
and like I've always been, like I was saying, like how we'd never had I'm not kidding when I said we've never had trouble. It's not like we've gotten into any sort of altercation, argument,
Right.
anything. Never. Like
no disagreements.
very good communication all the time, always positive, everything. And
Yeah, would you say it was safe to say like fame probably got to him a little bit?
you see, and that's what I like try to figure out, because like I would always like be with them, how like joke about, because so many people like as soon as you got like big, just dropped him like, oh, he's a douche now or whatever, just because he was big.
Right.
And I saw that perspective, but I also like saw like where he would like where it wasn't just them saying it, he genuinely had like kind of like just went away from people and whatever. And
We got a new clique now.
yeah, but I didn't really like see it happen to me. Sort of could like we're on the same team, you know. I didn't like see that, and I'd like known for so long, like I'm like surely he'd like say something to me, like he cares about me a little bit.
Unless,
you know?
I don't know. I mean, the only thing I could think of is maybe he did find someone else that he thought might be more qualified, and he, like you said, you guys are close, so maybe he didn't want to be the one to tell you that he found someone else, but the way that he handled it was definitely
For
not.
someone that wants to be like professional in what they're doing, like that's the most like unprofessional way.
Right.
And I feel like if you really cared about someone, I feel like the best way to go about it, like
You can
at
just
the
have a
least like say
conversation.
something.
If I care about somebody and I look and I'll be like, hey man, you're done. Sorry. But,
And then just like a whole nother level of it, like beyond the we're friends, whatever. I think he owes me for that. Well, the fact of the matter that he knew for a fact that he was my due to the fact that he signed the paper to make it my job, but that was my co-op job. And
Oh, right, I saw.
And also, he did not force me to quit my other job, but it was like he said it was a good idea, according to him, that I did, because with the promise
So you,
of
like,
how we were going to be
applied it a
doing the
little
8 uploads a month and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, and
Need the time.
For the people that don't know what co-op is, at our high school they do like seniors can do like half a day at school and half a day working. So Tanner used to do that. You was Subway, right? Did you do
Right,
Subway?
I
So
was
he
doing
did like the co-op thing through
Sandwich
Subway.
Mm.
Yeah, and then that would he'd get credit hours from high school for that, and then also he'd get paid, of course. And then being able, and I think in my perspective, losing your job, quitting your main source of income to do something else for one of your friends, and then him just dropping you out of nowhere blows my mind.
Right, and that's
him knowing also that that's your main source of income. That just blows my mind.
I think
Because
you have nothing to back it up. After he implied that maybe you should just focus on this,
Right.
and then just drop. That's really douche move.
To be devil's advocate, kind of. I know I cannot understand. I can understand how hard it is to keep track of people when you move. He moved halfway across, all the way across the country.
Right.
Trying to keep track of all these people, and then having that type of platform, and then losing track of people that you don't always talk to, that you might have been friends with. It's hard. I understand that, but
Even if
someone
that
that literally does that makes or breaks, that can make or break your careers, even part of it's hard to do. But even if it was his management telling him hey,
that's
you
what I
need
was saying.
yeah, you
could
need a
have
management
reach out.
If it was hey, we have this guy who's editing for whatever for Huddy or whatever, we have this guy, you can work with him too. He has plenty of time.
Yeah.
It's even then, it's still hey, we found a new manager or a new editor because my manager said so, or
Right.
my agent said
But
so.
no matter what the
it doesn't matter.
circumstance,
You have
I
to-
feel like there should have been
there has to be
a
communication.
conversation.
Yeah, conversation.
As your friend, you would, I feel like that's only customary to tell him.
Right,
Or tell you,
because-
hey, I don't need you anymore. Thank you for your help, at least.
Right.
Right, yeah.
No, it's more hey, here, fuck you. It's really basically what he did. But
Yeah.
I know I've never known Griffin to be an asshole like that, so
Right.
it's hard to see him do that. But
Yeah, it's literally and he knew the fact that he knew that that was my co-op job, signed off on it and whatever, and then just out of nowhere, and then wouldn't say anything about it. And what else that adds to is that puts me in a harder position, because at that point then I only have 2 weeks to find another job before I get kicked out of co-op, which results in me getting sent to an 8-class schedule rather than a 4.
And
we're already midway through the semester, so let's see, I would not pass any of those classes.
According to my calculations, I would get an F in all of
So
them.
Yes,
I'll be a
and
senior again.
yes,
next
I
year.
will be a super senior.
Hey, well, I mean, you're super, dude.
Yes, but luckily I did find a job quick enough, so we're all good there. But I mean, in
doing
hindsight,
now?
the theory of it, it's But I'm I'm a Walmart associate now.
Oh, wow.
So I'm gonna see at Walmart, be like, "What's up?"
What's up,
Yeah.
right?
And they're gonna start a Patreon, support his Patreon.
Yeah. I don't know. That's rough.
I'll be
And-
making a TikTok in the aisle, and you just walk by, you're like, "Got you, man."
You think?
That's
Okay,
good.
yeah.
Just real quick before we wrap things up, do you think his friends or anything had anything to do? You think his friends were hey, you need to drop everybody because if you're gonna hang with us, then
I don't know. I don't think anybody's.
I don't know. I don't
The
I don't
thing-
feel like that would have been the situation. I feel like it had to have been higher up. Someone came to him with an editor, or an editor came to him, and I don't know. It would be hard to have that conversation with you, I'm sure, but even if it
Still
was a
needed to
bad
happen.
conversation, even if it didn't go well, I
So
feel
it could just
there
been
just should have been
his
one.
manager's hey, take him out. We're reviewing this guy. I don't care if you talk to him or not.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that person in LA doesn't give two shits about Tanner.
Yeah.
So,
Right,
so
but
it could just been Adam, you can't talk to him anymore. It's probably something like that. Goodness.
And thing is, I feel like Griffin's not the one to take orders from someone. Obviously, take orders from him or whatever he's got to do,
To keep making money.
Yeah,
So
right,
if it's
right,
your
but-
career on the line, yeah, then you're gonna
But I feel like he's not the type of person to cut someone off that from a high review just because someone told him to. He'd say something anyway.
Yeah.
He'd say something anyway. He'd be like, "That's
And
fucked."
that's
So
what
I
was
feel
my
like
whole
he
main thing.
from him. That's why I feel like from him there was a genuine reason that I can't figure out. But yeah.
Have you tried reaching out to him again since?
No,
since
I
the
haven't.
post?
Yeah, since that post, I haven't. I just gave up on trying to message him and whatever.
So be it.
Honestly,
He
it
doesn't
it'd probably just be
deserve
better
a
just to
chance.
drop
Just
the ties.
let
And-
it go. Yeah.
And then and on top of everything, like he pulled all those videos from Dropbox and stuff, like sneaky. Oh, you got the videos out. I can't expose you. Well, I don't know if he's ever seen how editing works, but you do have to download the videos from Dropbox to your computer.
So you have it all.
Well, he
I
had an
do have
editor because he didn't know that.
He's like, oh, I got him this time.
Oh,
Yeah,
so maybe he'll contact you if he sees this.
So I have all every unedited version of every video and every unposted video.
So second podcast.
So-
And
So
another
blackmail the shit out of him.
and yeah, but like, and you know, I almost like feel like that's like the thing that bothers me most, because he knows that I won't like do something like that.
But he still pulled them just because.
Just because.
And he didn't. And the thing is, I was also signed into his YouTube, and he never after like this whole thing happened. He
Password's
never
still the
changed the
same.
password, and I just hadn't messed with it. And I got on YouTube on my computer one day. I was looking up a video. I was actually working on an edit, and I was looking up a video on how to do something, and looking in the top corner, and it was his. I'm like, what the fuck? Like he didn't change his password to kick me off here. Like what? Like,
Has he posted any
like,
other videos?
knowing that I'm on there, and yeah, he's posted like 2 since, I think.
So
and
the last two are edited by you.
But I
all the
don't think so.
previous?
All the previous ones are
I
on,
think
and
it
there's
would-
a couple more we have.
They're gonna really stab him in the back if he took those videos that you had already edited and you hadn't posted them yet. He posted them after he tells you to go away. He's using your edited videos that he's not paying you for now.
It's like
Well-
a week later, and like you see the videos that you had already edited, like re-edited by someone else, put up there.
Right.
Does he have your intro that you made for him?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
Thank
no.
goodness.
I was like, he's definitely gonna use that now. Because
Yeah,
that looks way too good. He's not gonna be able to get something like that unless it's from like a professional editor where it's like.
Well, that's probably what he has now. I mean,
Yeah.
But
It's
that's a lot of time to do for a guy who's really not started on YouTube yet. That's a lot of work to do
yeah.
for a
What's
professional
he even
editor.
But-
at now? Like 50K, something like
He's
that.
at 100.
moral of that is that I had to literally message him on Instagram like, "Hey, signed out of your YouTube for you."
That's fine.
So awkward.
That's fine.
Just so you know, I didn't sabotage anything.
Yeah.
Hey, your bio now says.
Hey,
fuck
just
you.
hey, just a little reminder: the guy that you fucked over just signed out of your YouTube.
Yeah.
No
No.
questions
It's
asked.
It's like being left on red on Tinder.
Griffin's on it. He should have made like a video and uploaded it. Like, hey man, I'm just gonna sign out of your YouTube, picture drop, and like upload.
Since he won't respond to me anywhere else, maybe he'll
Maybe
get
we'll
some
see
here.
this.
So you see 100,000 views exposed.
It's just like being left on red on Tinder. It's like, oh, hey, by the way, I had fun. Never mind. It's like
Fuck
I
me,
still-
right?
yeah,
You see her in public.
He's on r/nice guys. Tanner. It's
R/.
just. It's like I don't want to be here. I'll take the karma though.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, I think we're hitting the hour mark. We're at 58 minutes. So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll flew by. So
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
cut it off here because it's gonna take like 8 hours to upload.
All this hotspot's gonna take a while.
Thank you guys again for coming and being on it. Glad-
Oh, no
We're
problem.
glad we could get some insight, dig up some dirt on different situations, and I mean maybe we can have you guys as guests some other time.
Hey man, I'm always open. You just.
I'm on.
Hey man, I'm always ready to talk. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
I love spreading my opinions.
Yeah, for sure.
So that wraps it up, and I can't tell you guys when it's going to be uploaded exactly because I have a schedule. It'll be either Tuesday or Thursday.
Follow me on Instagram @_Zach.
Yeah, that's yeah, plug. Everybody.
Please follow Tanner on Instagram.
Yeah,
Give us a follow.
he needs it. Make him blow up bigger
Please.
than Griffin on TikTok.
I think
We're
he
gonna start
deserves it.
/we hate Griffin on Reddit.
It's a new trending hashtag.
Yeah,
on TikTok.
hashtag bring Tanner back.
Hashtag bring Tanner back.
There we go.
Let's do
There
it.
we go.
We'll get it trend. People will
We'll
see
get it
this
trending
clip.
in the US.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
trending. Yeah, cool. All right, well, that's it.
Not
Wrap it up?
move.
Alright, so you know. So you know. Did you know that? Oh my
What?
god. I'm out. Peace. And
And cut.
yeah, I just ended right there. You guys don't know, but it did.
Hell yeah.
Alright, stop.
All right.